Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Tomica Hyper Rescue Drive Head review for you today. This is Drive Head 02 Mach 2 Brave Backdraft. So very similar to how Sonic Interceptor kind of got a Mach 2 and became Cyclone Interceptor, Backdraft has gotten a Mach 2 and become Brave Backdraft. So pretty cool. You can see he's got a little bit of white now throughout, whereas before he was primarily red. Red's still the main color scheme, but has some white accents. Very similar to how Cyclone Interceptor is designed. So here is the front of the packaging. You can see here is the pilot, whose name escapes me right now because I don't have a way to watch this show anymore, and it's been a while since I've seen an episode. But that is Rescue Backdraft's pilot there, and it does come with a little chip for the drive gear, which of course we'll take a look at. On the side over here, it just kind of shows the robot and his two weapons that he comes with. He has this kind of hammer and this giant pincer claw. And then on this side, it just kind of shows the car, how it fits into the larger vehicle, and then of course transforms into the robot. Cool picture there on the bottom, and I believe same picture on the top. It's true. And then taking a look at the back, just kind of shows the three pilots, or three robots I should say, but this is all three of their Mach 2 forms. So Cyclone, Interceptor, Rescue Backdraft, and this is White Crystal Hope, which I do have and I'll review fairly soon. So of course he can also have functionality with the older vehicles, so you can use the fire truck just like you could with the original Rescue Backdraft, and then you can also use any of the other support vehicles that are available. Now this is Blitz Formula, which is the new support vehicle for Cyclone Interceptor. You can use that with this guy as well, and his front piece can come off, so you can even switch out the front piece if you decide you want to use this one. So that's very cool. And I think they'll probably start doing new support vehicles for these as well. Just kind of my guess, because, you know, got to sell more toys. So let's go ahead, get this guy out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So here he is in vehicle form. You can see the two accessories just get stored on top. I want to pop this car out. The car is very different in design, and I like this car a lot. I think this is a really cool design here. Of course, the head's going to pop out of here, which we'll get into in a minute, but connection's very similar here. I'm going to bring the car from regular Rescue Backdraft. And this one was kind of almost like a muscle car, whereas this one's definitely more like a sleek kind of sports car. So I think that's pretty cool. Definitely very, very different car designs. I like both of them, but I really like this new one a lot too. Let me put that back where that goes for a minute. I'll worry about that later. Okay, so, yes, this is the car. Fits in very easily, just like all the rest. Has a little tab on the back and the hole. So you pop that into the slot back there and then just push it down. Snaps in very easily. Rolls pretty well. If you want, you can take these weapons off. They just kind of peg into this little gray piece right here. Very simple. Doesn't do a whole lot. They just peg very simply right here. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. Or actually, I do want to show you. I'm going to put this back because there is something you can do, which is kind of cool, that the directions show. So peg this back in. Now, the way, if you're just storing it, they have you peg it in like this. But what you can do is each of these weapons has a little hinge right there towards the bottom. So you can peg it like this. And the same for this one. I guess it really doesn't matter which direction you do it in. And then he can kind of drive around and use them. Like they can swing out to the side and use the hinges. So he can kind of use the weapons like that in vehicle mode. That's kind of a neat thing. I like that. Just an inclusion of a simple little hinge makes it possible that you can use them in both vehicle and robot mode. So I like that. I think that's pretty cool. But I'm going to put these off to the side, and I'm going to take this back off. There we go. So like all the other drive head releases, it does have a couple stickers. You can see there's one here, a couple here on the side, one here for like the headlights down here. So not a ton, not as many as some of the other ones have had a lot more, but definitely a few. But I like the look of it. I mean, like I said, original Rescue Backdraft was mostly red and a lot blockier. This one's definitely contoured, a lot sleeker, and I like the inclusion of the white. I think it really makes it pop, and it looks pretty good. Rolls nicely. So let's go ahead and get into his transformation. Alright, so if you've ever transformed one of these Walker vehicles before, or you've seen one of my other reviews, the transformation is going to be exactly the same. You're just going to unpeg the feet, and then you can kind of unpeg that and straighten these out, while at the same time you can bring this whole thing down. And this peg here is going to peg into that, and that forms the waist section. Straighten out the legs, pull down the knee guards, fold down the feet, and then boom, you got your whole lower body. Come up here, straighten this out. You're going to pull the arms kind of down while at the same time unpegging. These peg in. You can see the peg right there. Unpeg and then straighten these out. And then fold out the fists. Do the same with the other side. For some reason, I always have trouble with this fist, but it's alright. Alright, and then there's pretty much your whole robot, so all you do is fold out the head. Boom! There's your robot. I like the design of him a lot. I really do. I'm going to get in real close so you guys can see the head sculpt. Nice gold eyes, gold crest there, a little bit of silver on the chin. Pretty cool. Like that design a lot. I really like the white. I think that really is a nice accent. It makes it pop. And it looks like all of the Mach 2s have that white accent. I mean, White Hope was already white, so we'll have to see what they do for that one when we get there. Here is regular Rescue Backdraft and next to Brave Backdraft. You can see the difference, how this guy's a little bit blockier, definitely more red. That's the significant color. I like this guy a lot over here. He's very streamlined. I like the white. I just think it's a good look. I really like it. The other thing is this chest piece on the Mach 2s can come off. So if you have the Blitz formula support vehicle that is supposed to be matched with Cyclone Interceptor, you could also use it for this guy because the chest piece on all the Mach 2s can come off. Chest piece cannot come off on the Mach 1. So you can only take this off. So if you had the Blitz formula, it has a piece like this that you can pull this one off, sub it out, and then add the arms and legs like normal. So, but yeah, I still like Rescue Backdraft, but I really like Brave Backdraft. I think they did a nice job with the design of this guy. Very sleek. And I love the white, especially in the legs. There's a lot of white in the torso up here too. Bringing his weapons back in. You can take this piece and peg it onto the back. Just like that. And then you can store the weapons. If you want to put them straight up and down, you can. If you want to put it at an angle so it kind of looks like he's going to wield it, you can do that. If you'd like to put it over his shoulder, something like this, you can. If you want to pretend. Now, I think these are supposed to be like rocket thrusters so that it's like giving power and velocity to bringing down the hammer. But I could be wrong, because like I said, I haven't seen the episode where this debuts, so maybe he also uses these to fire lasers. Maybe it's, you know, dual purpose. Maybe they use it for both. I don't know. But if you wanted to put it over his shoulder like that, you could pretend it's lasers. Again, it's your imagination. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, so I like the playability there. I like the options it gives you. You could even use this this joint that we have, like we saw in the vehicle mode, and, you know, put it at an angle or something like that. There's a lot of options, and there's a lot of playability there, so I appreciate that. I kind of like to just put them down, like, attach them like this, kind of like how the vehicle mode has it, and then they're just kind of on his back. But of course, he can wield them very simply. They just peg into his hands. Put that there. And then the grabber claws do open and close. I forgot to show that. They only close that much. They don't close any more than that. But they open very wide, so I like that a lot. So pretty cool little weapons. I think the hammer and the pincer claw is neat. I don't really know what I guess if the fire rescue could use a grabber claw to remove rubble or something and a hammer to kind of clear some rubble. I guess that makes sense. But overall, I really do like this. I like the design and color scheme, and I really like the weapons as well. I'm going to bring the box back in here. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, if you already have the Mach 1, you might be on the fence about if you want to do the Mach 2, and I can understand that. But I still think it's neat. I really do. Kind of zoned out there for a second. Sorry about that. I like it a lot. I like the design. Obviously, when I put it next to the regular or the Rescue Backdraft as opposed to Brave Backdraft, you can tell that they're very different. I mean, yes, you can also tell they're derived from kind of the same design, but this one is a lot blockier. Rescue Backdraft has, you know, like different color scheme. The cars are very different. The head sculpts are very different. So I think it's definitely worth picking this guy up. Oh, plus we have this, which I forgot to take a look at. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this guy on. So it says 02 Mark II Brave Backdraft. Also tells us there's another story available in story mode. Oh, that's right. The pilot's name is Taiga. Alright, so that's gone all the way back around, so now we'll transform into walker mode. So I think that's going all the way around. And then it's a sound it makes when it transforms back to car mode. So this thing's pretty cool. I like that they all come with chips now and that the chips all work with this. Again, it's a little limited just because I can't understand everything that it's saying, but I can at least understand when it's like announcing the name of the toy and it changes from vehicle mode to robot mode and things like that. So I think it's pretty neat. I always have a good time getting a new chip and popping it in here to get some new sounds. This thing definitely still vibrates a ton, and I really don't know why it needs to vibrate so much. But also when you switch into robot mode, I like how it kind of has the sound of like the robot taking steps and the loud lumbering sounds with that. So that's kind of neat too. So if you don't have one of these, obviously this isn't going to mean much to you, but it does come with the release. So if you do have this, you can get some more playability out of that. So anyway, as I was saying, I think this is a fun release. I can understand if you already have Rescue Backdraft, you might not care that much about Brave Backdraft, but I do think it's different enough that it's worth having both. The color scheme is different. I think the white really pops when mixed with the red as an accent color. It's definitely more streamlined. I love the design of the car. I think that's really great. The head sculpt looks great. The weapons it comes with are fun. The little chip that you get is also nice. Yeah, I just think overall it's a fun release and I recommend it. I've been having a good time with the Drive Head toy line so far. Even though I can't watch the show, I'm still picking up the releases because I've been having a lot of fun with them. And I just think overall it's a fun toy line, especially when you think about all the interconnectivity, the fact that you can switch the cars and the arms and the legs with any other robot because they're all a universal system. You know, any arms and legs can be swapped. So you could put one Interceptor leg, one White Hope leg, you know, one regular Rescue Backdraft, one Cyclone Interceptor. I mean, you could do whatever you want as long as you have the toys. Any arms can be switched out for any other arms, and any legs can be switched out for any other legs. Support vehicles, large robots, whatever. So I think there's a lot of fun there. There's a lot of playability to be had with all the different combinations and everything like that. So I have a lot of fun with these. I highly recommend them, and this is just another fun release in a line that's been pretty excellent so far. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Tomica Hyper Rescue Drive Head Brave Backdraft. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a really fun toy line, guys, and I urge you to check it out. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.